Being able to see your plane from ground zero all the way up to being a finished aircraft, not only do you get to do the painting and the priming and the spraying, but you also get to see how those products are made.
This is the budget airplane build.
Look at that safety right there.
Let's go, baby.
Let him cook. Yeah.
Dude, that was straight out of a movie, bro. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. New day, new episode, and today we're going to be mixing some paint. We have a specific color code. It was done in butyrate, doing the entire plane over. Jack and I are going to spray this first coat of white today. So stay tuned because today we're going to be painting the far aim chief.
Good morning from Bob. So we're headed over to Consolidated to show you guys what it's like to mix paint. I'll say it in every single episode I do about Bob. This is the coolest airport in general aviation. It is such a rich aviation community here. Something you have to check out if you come to California. This is where Consolidated is, a little tucked away warehouse.
This is just essentially, you know, our different pigments. So we've got the chrome yellow, the molly orange, the lamp black, and the lemon yellow. The first time it was just a butyrate formula, so it's a little different.
Okay.
But we scale it up to make it actually match Ranthane.
Right.
So, because Ranthane requires more pigment
Okay.
than the butyrate. Mixing and whatever, but I mean, like, if you want, we can turn on the machine, you can like do a paint.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Let me know, we'll go rip around.
All it's doing is putting glue on the back and
Okay.
sticking it on the can.
Dude.
So just everything's done by hand. Everything.
That is so crazy. All right, we're here with Clarissa and Austin, and we're gonna be mixing my paint today. Getting to see this firsthand is honestly a little bit insane.
So this machine here just mixes the actual pigment. So we have light yellow, dark yellow, we have an orange, white, you know, black,
Yeah.
all different color pigments, and then it's all done by weight. So we put different weights of each pigment in to make up a specific color. Your color is a yellow, so we're gonna add a little bit of chrome yellow here. A little bit of orange. So black is next. Very, very small amount of black. Last up is light yellow. I give it a little mix to make sure the color is pretty close. Yep. Oh yeah. All right, and then all we have to do is add the vehicle and then shake the can. I'll mix all three together to make sure that the color is the same for all 3 gallons.
Right.
On to the next one. The more you squeeze the lever, the more it opens and closes. You just gotta push it down.
Okay.
And then this thing on top is how the mixer will actually spin it. So it's got a little lever there and it just spins the pigment inside.
Gotcha.
Another one finished. Make sure it looks like we got the right color.
So what else do you put in them to fill the can?
We have a resin that will go in. So different paint systems. So if you want butyrate, you get the butyrate base. Vehicle is the actual paint base.
Okay. Hey, you got it.
Aircraft screws. Now it's time for the shaker.
That's crazy.
All right, so then we turn the timer on, and then we just shut the lid. Unless you like Vestal better, but Vestal's a little darker.
No, it's gonna be that.
Randolph white, okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Consolidated Aircraft Coatings label. This will be the formula we're using. The butyrate base is just different chemistry than the Ranthane, where the Ranthane is a polyurethane, which is a catalyzed high gloss top coat, where the butyrate would be a satin finish.
Right.
But it's that vintage look. And then they went to butyrate within using polyurethane on the sheet metal.
Yeah.
But now with Ranthane, you can shoot fabric and sheet metal.
That's
and
huge.
It's high gloss, solvent resistant. Touch of brown. So you've got a touch of yellow and a touch of brown. That's it. And we'll kind of mix it up there.
Oh, nice. Just a little tint.
And hold that up and say, well, there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
You should.
All right, there we are. There we are.
Finishing up here. Not a long process at all. All right, being here to witness making and mixing and all the different paints coming together to create what my plane is. It's honestly, I thought it'd be much more of an intricate process, but when you get down to zeros and ones, it's pretty simple. It's just a scale, paint, and numbers. What's a catalyst?
A catalyst is the crosslinker for the paint. If you were to just put Ranthane on your airplane without any catalyst, it would stay gooey and never dry. It would never get hard.
Okay.
So the catalyst is an extremely important
Part of it?
There's a mixing ratio, and so here is, on Ranthane is 2 to 1. So 2 parts paint to 1 part catalyst, and that's all by volume.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much just a sticker with the color name and then the batch number. So the first 2 numbers is the year, the second 2 numbers is the month. And then the 3 after that is just a numbering system for us, so we can find it.
What is the best way to get a good match? Like what should they be sending?
So they should be sending me something that is a visible place. If you're trying to match another wing, you imagine the top of the wing you're trying to match is in the sun. So you want to find some other part of a piece that's in the sun, so it matches. If you send me something on the belly that doesn't see any sun, it's not going to match what
the plane looks like
from the sun. There are people that send me like a chip that's, you know, 1 inch long by a ½ inch, you know.
Oh my god.
And it just becomes
a nightmare. This is probably one of the most interesting situations you could be in. Being able to see your plane from ground zero all the way up to being a finished aircraft. Well, not only do you get to do the painting and the priming and the spraying, but you also get to see how those products are made. That is some of the most interesting things to me, and I hope you guys think so too, because that's what this series is all about.
Dealing with the office.
Yeah.
The fun stuff. The stuff no one wants to really deal with.
Yeah.
Nice. Any spills on the ride home?
You sign, and then it also has a logo.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's perfect. There's so many different parts to painting fabric and painting an airplane.
And I guess it helps too that I've got my aircraft swoosh.
I know, that was perfect. I saw it, I was like, man, home run right there. Okay. All right, we're leaving Flaybob, maybe for the last time this trip. I think I've been here like 6 times this trip so far. Austin, thank you so much for helping out with this. And I'm telling you, Consolidated, they got full service. Austin's gonna hand prop me too. We can get on our way. Headed back to French Valley, I guess let's start painting. We literally have everything in here for a first class delivery. Right after it was mixed, it's getting shot.
Wow, we got 3 DC3s just hanging out here. today, Jack and I are gonna get painting on this fuselage. I think we're gonna do a coat of white, and then we're gonna do our yellow. We are excited. All right, the whole gang's here.
That's all you brought back?
Yeah, that's all we need, right?
You're supposed to bring back like 5 gallons of paint.
What are you talking about?
You're joking. She wasn't half the day dilly-dallying around and then come back with paint. I was gonna hurt you.
Someone is excited about it.
You just like, you know I like it.
That is gonna be something. All right, made it back to French Valley. And now, the Super Cub's in this hangar. Chief's obviously outside sitting out. And then my Chief is right over here in the paint hangar. So now, we're getting to masking the final sanding touches, and then we're gonna throw a coat of white on. Dude, these came out great.
Yeah, I like this one better.
That looks phenomenal, dude. What happened here?
It was peeling off, so we fixed it this morning.
You guys fixed that?
Yeah.
You are a legend, dude. How did you know how to do that?
If you can run a pair of scissors and you can read instructions, you're good.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. AeroCreeper. And I know some of you have to be asking, is this all legal? To work on a certified aircraft, you need to be in the presence of an AMP-IA, someone that can sign off the work that's being done and supervise what you're doing. Neither Jack nor I are those, and we have 2 guys that are actually helping us with this project behind the scenes that don't really want to be on camera. So the work is getting certified, signed off, a 337 for certain things like welds. The FAA would like to see. Just, we're not boring you with the paperwork. If you want to see a video on how the paperwork's getting done, I'll find a mechanic that's okay being on camera, and we can talk through what a process like that would look like. But for now, we're gonna paint tonight, finishing up the last little bit of sanding before we throw the cowl back on, stripe everything, and get this painting underway. You need a fresh air supply?
Fresh air supply mandatory for Ranthane, which we have. Dude, we'll just stick it into the respirator and duct tape it around. This is the budget airplane build.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna
have a camp out.
We're gonna camp out at the airport. We're getting Ryan's tent and sleeping bag out of the hangar. All right, blowing up the paint booth. Yeah, we just realized Ryan's plane is still out here, so we're gonna go put that back. And then, welcome to an all-nighter. This is the stupidest thing a bunch of young dudes could do, is just pull an all-nighter to try to get a paint ready to be dried so we can finish it off. But that's what we're doing.
So, are you guys painting the white tonight? Is that what you're doing?
Being a mix of paint or whatever, if we have it sprayed tonight and we let it dry in some warmth all night long, then we can have it masked. That way it's ready for your yellow tomorrow.
Okay, that went better than I thought. Victor Holm, thank you so much for being reasonable and working with us. And we'll see you at 2 p.m. tomorrow. We are going to stay awake until 2 p.m. tomorrow. 24 hours! Yeah! All right, let's do it. We're at Lowe's.
First product. And that's what not get any of that sample. So we're going to put the funnel over top of this, and we're going to put the inside of the funnel this way, coming through here, attached to that, and then we'll tape this up.
Feel any better? I got a surprise for you.
Shoot!
Arnold Palmer, come on now.
Go. Dude, I'm gonna drink this whole thing right now.
All right, it's nearing 8 o'clock. Main thing is just getting sanding sheets. You got to sand down some other things.
What is this?
With the headlight! You can't see anything. Now you can see everything.
The next step is all of this area needs to get masked off on the front end of the compartment.
Yep.
Get all down here, get everything masked off.
The Jackery's coming out. You know it's an Oshkosh night if we're camping with a Jackery.
Let him cook.
We're just about to mix the paint we got from Consolidated. It's midnight here in French Valley, California, and just 12 hours ago, I was boxing this paint up. Let's go, baby.
I saw that.
It's 2 a.m. What's the status?
The status is we're fixing the air supply because it got melted because this thing puts out hot air for some reason. This is a me mistake.
Oh man.
This is a surface prep mistake. I did not do that.
How do we get rid of that?
Sand it out.
Does anyone remember that thing where Jack's like, painting is not hard?
I didn't say painting wasn't hard. This area right here looks pretty good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on?
We have some issues with the first spot I did because we had some runs. And the rest of it's fine, but the first spot is runny.
So we gotta heat it up.
We have to wait for it to dry somehow before we can sand it to fix it. Because we can't sand it when it's tacky, because that's obviously impossible.
Good morning from sunny Southern California. It's a perfectly clear day out here at French Valley Airport, and we just finished shooting the white paint. We're gonna be doing some cleanup on that, and then doing a few more layers before we do yellow. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day. You don't want to do it too soon because we're gonna have to mask it, so we need to let it cure for some time. So that's why we got these electric heaters. We're getting them warm. So that's the plan right now. Get this thing warm and then go get this guy a suit for his airline interview.
I just go like this.
You're gonna go like this with that on the side of your face.
My tribal markings.
Alright, we're sitting in Paza, French Valley. Jack is no longer leaving tomorrow because he got the job. Anyway, new game plan for the day. The paint is drying very well, so we are going to let that dry till this evening, probably around sunset. We're gonna sand that down. In the meantime, we're gonna paint yellow. And this is what I've been doing all day, working on actual work. Is this a funny solution that you spend my money on?
That's my solution.
That's his solution.
This is your solution.
My solution.
Boost oxygen, baby.
Bro, that's working pretty good.
Shiny.
Nice and shiny.
We're gonna get this thing out of the road so we don't get overspray on it and then paint some yellow.
Slowly, slowly. What are you doing?
Cleaning the gun. So we're cleaning it because this is the first time this gun's ever being used, and we're getting all the shipping oils and greases. So I'm cleaning it with acetone. So at the same time, I might as well use the acetone for something. This is the headlight attachment. It goes right on here. Ethan was a little annoyed that I spent the money on a headlight attachment for a painting gun, but it is actually very, very, very useful.
Dude.
It made a big difference last night.
The whole series is budget but quality. How much did it cost?
Between the light and the gun, about 150 bucks.
Actually, that's not bad. That's not very budget, but there's a $16 gun.
We're not going to use the cheap $15 gun from Harbor Freight. This is the second most expensive gun at Harbor Freight. So like, it's the best of the worst.
It's the best of the worst because Harbor Freight is the best.
Look at that safety right there.
Welcome back to my laboratory, where safety is #1 priority. Go fix something.
Now that is proper. All right, we are like 8, 9 p.m. out here in French Valley, and just finished blasting off all the interior parts with Far Aim Chief Yellow. Yes, you heard that right. That is this color that Consolidated put it. And we have a little bit of extra paint. We have some extra sheet metal from the interior. So we're thinking of just spraying this and making keychains on it. If you guys wanted these keychains, we're gonna stamp them. We're gonna shoot them with paint right here during the project. And comment below and we can talk about it in the DMs. All right, another extremely late night. Well, it's actually not as late as it was yesterday. We're about to fix yesterday's paint. We ended up sanding it down and gonna do another shoot. We discovered it was mainly due to the type of nozzle, right? The type of nozzle that was on the spray gun.
We had a 1.7 mil nozzle when we should have had a 1.3.
Okay.
That was the root cause of all of our problems.
Poor nozzle. That was not our fault. We did not know that.
We're combining all previously learned things.
And we are now going to succeed! Okay, unlike some of the other days, we just wrapped up putting just about all of the coats we can put on before striping the tail number and white stripes on the aircraft. And that is where Vic comes in. Vic is a well-accomplished painter and one of the people that have been working behind the scenes with us to make this happen. So he's gonna come in and put on the yellow after we stripe it tomorrow. But we're about as done as we can be for tonight. It's currently 1 a.m. and we're just getting packed up. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Yeah, we slept here again. We had to do it. It had to be done. Because this is finally ready for striping. Looking way better. What's the plan here, boss?
I'm just cooking. I'm just warming up.
All right, Jack and I are throwing this in the hangar, and then we're going back to Ryan's because we are well overdue for a shower. So how were the results?
Mixed.
Mixed. I think those final layers and a lot of the stuff on the front, very nice. I think the yellow pieces are phenomenal. So our time here in California is slowly coming to an end. It's not exactly what we wanted to have finished, but we are working hard at getting this thing done. So the next step for us is we've decided that since we're out of here tomorrow, we need to start wrapping up. We didn't get as far as we wanted to get, but we ended up getting the white on. We're probably gonna shoot one more coat of white on this side of the fuselage, and then we'll be back here in a month, I guess, or I will at least. Jack's gonna be like, I'm not helping out with this project anymore. How does it feel? Do you feel exhausted or defeated?
I don't feel defeated. You can't rush paint. But you can rush on over to AeroCreepers.com and get yourself one of these bad boys.
Jack wants an AeroCreeper so bad. Welcome to today's sponsor of the video, AeroCreeper. Now, let me tell you a little bit about these things. Watch how low can you go with Jack Albright on the AeroCreeper. How low can you go? How low can you go?
All the way down.
Oh yeah, now shoot across the floor. Look at these, 360-degree turn radius. Whoa. Amazing. Anyway, go ahead and head over to AeroCreeper.com. Link to their channel is right here, and grab yourself one. These, we fell in love with these during this project. Bill Melendez needs one. To wrap it up here, Jack and I are both flying back to Chicago tomorrow, and then we'll figure out our plans for the rest of the month. Thank you guys for watching the first few videos of our Chief restoration process, facelift / restoration. You guys can ridicule me in the comments. Our biggest thing is doing it well and doing it affordable. All you gotta do is think a little bit outside the box to make something like this happen, and you'll soon realize aviation really isn't as expensive as it seems. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.